I'm thinking of just recording this message to save me repeating it at a later date. Yep, this was another book exchange with my good buddy Ryuichi Hasegawa. I got to read Eye of Terror and a couple of others that I'll review at a later date, and he got to read the next two installments in the Horus Heresy series. Part fleet action, part adventure, part a glimpse into the great game. The closest I can come to describing its structure is to compare it to Love Actually. There are, several stories that are seemingly unconnected save for their link to the Eye of Terror, but they are all joined together in some way by the end of the novel. The best I can give you for this is third-person past tense. The way Bayley constructs some of his prose is interesting, with the liberal usage of the exclamation mark. Having said that, it certainly felt completely appropriate given the subject at hand. As I put together this review, I'm a few short stories into the Fear the Alien anthology, and I keep finding it wanting. Although what I've read so far has been good, I find my mind drifting back to Eye of Terror, and how I can't help but think that the Black Library and 40k fiction in general has lost something wonderful. And Eye of Terror is something wonderful. Not a phrase you generally associate with a demon-infested rent in the fabric of real space, I admit. It manages to capture and present basically everything that draws me to 40k as a fictional universe. With no word of a lie, this has become my second favourite 40k novel. It's just beaten by Shadowpoint, but that's more to do with the fact that Shadowpoint is what got me into 40k fiction in the first place. There are some absolutely astounding moments throughout, but for me, the biggest bonuses I found were the battle scenes. They managed to be epic, gripping and bloody without getting too hung up on the minutiae of it all. You're given just enough information to picture in your mind, and then you're basically left to your own devices. This works wonderfully because it means you get back to the characters and the story a little bit quicker, or rather stories. As I mentioned earlier, there are several concurrent stories whose only link is essentially the Eye of Terror. Each is brilliantly executed and superbly describes the sort of nasty, uncaring galaxy that is the draw in the first place. The characters are also very well written and help to make a damn good novel even better. I can't think of much to criticise here. The only thing that springs to mind is Bayley's writing style. It does take a little getting used to, but once you do make that adjustment, it simply adds to a great slice of sci-fi. Eye of Terror represents, to me at least, the very best of what 40k fiction can and should aspire to. It remembers that ultimately it is the setting that is of interest, not the eternal unending conflict. A hearty recommendation here, although good luck finding it anywhere but eBay.